16-bit arcade graphics.
You can't do this on Nintendo. Genesis does.
16-bit sports action.
You can't do this on Nintendo. Genesis
Does.
Genesis
Does.
Genesis
Does.
Genesis
Does.
Get the power, Nintendo power.
Jealousy is a bitch. Hey guys, welcome to this week's episode of Retro Repair Tips. On this week's episode, I'm going to be taking you through the mega-sized 16-bit blast processing powerhouse, the Sega Genesis, Model 1 specifically. This week we're going to do a little bit something different. What I really want to do for this channel is to get every single video game console and handheld torn down for you guys. That way, if you ever need to do any kind of repair on your own and you don't know how to open the system, or just really you want to like paint it, clean it, do any kind of thing like that, I want to have every single console available in the American and Japanese and European markets torn down for you guys, so you can just come here as a giant collective of information. So these episodes are going to be a little bit shorter. They might not feature a repair, but I'll definitely be mixing them in with the regular, so we'll see what happens. Now, if you grew up like me, you were a Nintendo kid. You didn't know what this Sega Genesis was. You just had your Super Nintendo and you were fine. But maybe one of your friends had it, or your cousin or something, and that was the case for me. My cousin had one, and we played some pretty fun games on there, like Sonic and Vector Man and Streets of Rage. But what makes this thing work? Is it truly 16 bits? Okay, well yeah, it is. It's 16 bits, but all we're gonna need this week is a Phillips screwdriver. That's it. Just that. It's simple. It's easy. It's fun. You got it? Good. Let's get started. Ouch.
To get this guy open, we're going to need to remove the 6 Phillips screws here on the underside of the console. Once you have those 6 removed, set the console on the table. Flip the top of the console off the bottom from the front. The LED will be connected via a set of wires from the motherboard. The easiest way to remove it is to straighten up the LED legs and pull the connector away. Next, take a look at the motherboard. There will be an RF shielding covering the entirety of the motherboard. There are several different motherboard revisions with different screw patterns. For mine, I have 3 in the front, 1 on the right, 3 in the back, and 1 on the top, for 8 total. Remove them. Go ahead and remove the RF shield. Take a look at your motherboard. As I stated a moment ago, there are several different revisions. In my revision, there are 2 5-volt regulators, and in yours there may not be. In all motherboards, though, there will be 2 screws on either side of the cartridge slot. Remove those. If your motherboard is like mine, there will also be 3 screws holding the regulator heatsink to the plastic. Remove those. Some motherboards also have one screw under the headphone jack. Simply pull the jack up, like so, and let it hang. Now remove the screw underneath. Now the motherboard should lift right out. Set it aside. There will be a final piece of shielding underneath the motherboard, but before you can remove it, there will be a screw post sitting in a piece of plastic here. Just wiggle it out and remove the shielding like so. Now take the top piece of the casing and look inside. There are several things we can remove here. You can remove the cartridge slot doors by removing these 3 screws here. The entire assembly will come right out. The final 2 things that can be removed are the reset button and the LED housing. To remove the LED housing, simply press the 2 red tabs through the case. From there you can lift the LED right out and replace it with any 3mm color you want. The only thing left now is the reset button. Same thing as the LED housing. Press the 2 tabs through the case. And with that, we're done. Nothing was fixed here, but fixed!
Well, I know there was no repair this week, but I really hope you guys understand what I'm going for. Like I said, I would really like to make a huge collective of knowledge available for you guys, accessible by my channel, so just stay tuned. Eventually I'd like to have a teardown guide for every console and handheld out there, so you guys could just do anything you wanted. Repair videos will come faster after that when I don't have to tear down the console in every single video, so it'll be easier. So if you guys have a specific console you're thinking about painting, cleaning, or modding, or repairing, just let me know and I'll get to that one next. Also, if you haven't already, check out last week's episode where I take a Game Boy Color and front light it. You guys can win this bad boy right here, so I'd go check that video out. I'll put a link right there. As always, thanks for watching this week's episode of Retro Repair Tips. I'm Retro Repairman Cody Thomas saying don't forget to brush your teeth 3 times a day.
Aw man, it's still broken?